Reason why I'm blow drying her hair right now before I start, or is to stretch it just a tad bit. So she's natural, but she was transitioning off. I mean, not natural. She's relaxed, but she was transitioning also. So we're going to loosen up that root just a little bit where she hasn't had a relaxer, so it can go in and have an easy way to part. And as I go through, I am not causing any pain to her. I promise I'm not. It might look like it, but I am pulling the comb at a certain angle, so it looks like it's probably pulling, but it's to pull to make a little tension so we can get it to pull through. And you can see I'm making sure all of that shea butter is worked in everywhere. And right now I am about to go in and I'm finna start Instant Lock. And this is the product that I like to use. So y'all know me. Y'all know I don't like to start the video off right at the back. I don't like to because it's harder to see. So yeah, we're gonna hop in right here on the middle. And this one will show you also how I did according to her edges and how I shaped her head based off of her head shape. So I like to go by everyone's head shape. I will follow the line and the guide of how your head is shaped according for parting. So yes, the back few rows is from ear to ear. And then once I get to the top, it's from forehead to forehead. I am literally shaping the head as I go. So right here, you'll see me go in and start the Instant Lock. So she wanted a medium large size, kind of more on the larger side. She had about 80 locks installed. So I go in, I back comb. Right here, it might look a little different because her hair wasn't as full and this is the edge. But we go in, we back comb, and then we go in and Instant Lock. As I am Instant Locking, I am using a 3-prong needle and I am rotating my fingers as I am crocheting. And you crochet all the way to the tip and make sure it is tight as you go in and you add it. And for this video, I am going to show the crochet method this whole entire row. So it could be sped up, slowed down, whatever y'all need to do to get it. I am showing you exactly what I'm doing step by step. So here we go. I'm going in. I'm going to do another one. So with this hair being a little longer, you can see I start in the middle of the head of the part before I get to the end to back comb, and that way it can have a good base starting off. And I always start off doing my crochet about a ½ inch away from the scalp. You want to do that so it has a good round base as you're rotating it. And as you can see, I continue to keep the same motion no matter what. I am rotating my fingers back and forth, back and forth. You want to make sure that the lock isn't hollow. So yes, so as I do that, I make sure the end is rounded off. And I always go in with my product and rotate in, and I locksmith just a little bit so it could start learning its roundness. So right here, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know my information. I can be contacted via text message through 682-465-8592 or email at briannacarruthers@gmail.com. And I also have an Instagram, Queens Luxury by Bri on Instagram. I can be found on Facebook at Brianna Ayers. And also, I am located in Arlington, Texas, or Pantego, either or, it's the same thing. And Instant Lock services are now quoted at starting at $600. And as I'm going through, you can see nothing has changed. I'm making sure everything is rotated pretty greatly. And the number one thing to always remember with locks, the lock swells to part size. So from what she was showing me and how she was explaining from picture wise, she was showing me larger locks, and she wants to have a fluffier look with her locks. So yeah, parting. For those who asked me to do a video on parting, you could kind of see in this video a little bit. So You could part locks any type of way. I prefer square or triangles. I would definitely prefer square over anything. And that's because no matter what, if a person had thin hair, thick hair, with a square part, I can make it an illusion. And also, what people don't know with crocheting, depending on the part size and if you're adding in hair, you can actually trick the hair to be thicker once you're crocheting it with a crochet hook, because the hair does what you want it to do. So if I'm going in, I'm crocheting your hair and we're adding in extension hair, I can make it seem to be thicker by the way it was crocheted. And I can make the rest of the hair trick to grow in thicker. So yes. And y'all could comment questions, please, please, please. Please feel free to ask me anything y'all want to ask. If y'all feel like there's something I need to make a video more in depth in, please let me know. If there's videos I've never touched, please let me know. Anything y'all want to see, just let me know in the comments below. Yes, and if y'all can't notice right about now, I am a neat freak when it comes to those parts. Like, parting is everything. You want to make sure that your parts are neat. For one, the reason why you want to make sure they're neat is because scalp scarring is real. Your scalp can scar from an unclean part. If you have hair that's going from one side to the other side, you can definitely get a scalp in your scalp from that. So you want to make sure your parts are always clean. So yeah, I'm always, if y'all can't notice, I'm always touching down the locks to see if everything feels the same, because similarity with locks is a big thing. Yes, each lock has its own character, but you want them to be similar. So right here, I'm going in and I'm doing that locksmithing thing. Once again, you want to do it almost every lock. I don't think I did it on that one, but what I did with my fingers was basically the same thing. So right here, I am going in and I'm zooming in just so I could show y'all a little bit more on how I do it. So right here, I'm back combing, and back combing is like teasing the hair. And I'm going to comb down just a little bit so I can have that rotate. So as I'm going in with the crochet needle, I am stabbing it in and out, and I am rotating my fingers as I go. And I also want to stretch that hair down just a little bit so it's not too tight as I'm crocheting. You don't want to make it too tight and you don't want to make it too loose. You want to have a good hollow base, kind of like you will feel a starter lock be once it's starting to bud. Instant locking, you want to make it feel like you're going through a budding process as you're instant locking it. And once I get to the end, I fold the ends up just a little bit so I can give it a good base. And right here, I'm going in and I am locksmithing it to make sure it is rounded off. Yep, and that is exactly how I do a crochet of a lock. Oh, you guys, I also do have a TikTok. Follow me on TikTok at QBXOXO. Help your girl go viral, you know. I'm trying to become worldwide, make Royally Locked worldwide. Thanks to all my subscribers, because 3,000 subscribers is, thank y'all. Shout out to all of you. You're muchly appreciated. So now once I'm finished, I go in with a mixture of oil and water. In this mixture, it is castor oil and peppermint oil added into this water. And I will go in and I will spray it into the hair. And this is to help the locks swell up some after we finish doing the instant lock process. And I'm going to make sure every single lock is saturated with this water and oil mixture, because you want them all to do as much swelling as it's going to do within this first day. And also it's going to help with the stiffness. So right here I'm going in with my Braid Twist Lock foam, and I was using Braid Twist Lock gel in the beginning. And I'm going in and I'm using that foam, and I'm making sure that foam is touching every single lock once again, because it's going to help seal in and also help with making sure the lock is shiny. So after she came from under the dryer, I'm going to remove my clips. And look at those parts, guys. It's so neat, so nice. Yes. And there was no hair added in this install. This is all her hair. It is so beautiful. And yep, I'm just going to move all of those clips. And you can still see some of that mousse in certain spots. I'm finna blow dry it away in just a second. And right now I'm going through and I'm adding some more of that water and oil mixture. Just one more time. And I'm going to blow dry it all the way through. Blow dry one last time, if y'all could see. So now I've learned to leave the clips in when I add the water and the mousse. That way the new twist will not be disrupted while it's also swelling. So yep, I'll blow dry it until it's pretty dry enough. And right now, this is the finished product. These instant locks are so beautiful. And this was on straight hair. Like, oh my gosh. I'm in love. And right now I'm adding a little gem, a little charm. Tried to get her to get a little bit more, but she only wanted that one. She said she's simple. I get it. But look at this. Look at the parts. Yes, come through. Thank you for watching. Why haven't you been royally locked yet? Thank you. Subscribe. Goodbye.